Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Now, I just made a super quick video for you. It's about 10 minutes, 11 minutes long. It's about assessing clients' health, right? Kind of avoiding those red flag clients that are going to make you question your ability as a service provider. They're going to hurt your confidence, and most of all, they're going to make you question, hey, am I really running a successful business here? Do I have to worry about whether or not I'm going to be able to do this long term, right? Those are questions you don't want to deal with. Those are things you don't want to have to answer. So, and if you do answer them, the answer is yes, I'm good. I'm in a good spot. And so this video, 11 minutes long, is going to help you out so much. An ounce prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. I'm a firm believer in that. So that's why I kind of made this for you guys. So go ahead, watch it. If you have any questions, drop a comment below or reach out to me on Facebook. Thanks, guys. What's going on, guys? I just wanted to shoot a quick video for you on how to assess your client foundations and the actual health of a client or a prospect, more specifically, if you plan to work with them or if you're doing consulting for them or whatever, and try to figure out just exactly what specifically that it is that you need to help them with and what they need help with in their business to obviously help them to grow and make more money, and everybody makes more money that way. So first things first, this is actually directly out of the CGS method program. This is one of the actual checklists and systems that we use in the program with customers. So I'm giving you guys, a free dive right into what we're doing in the program, and a little bit of our mechanism of how we actually get results for our clients and help obviously the customers in the program, the people that make the whole thing run, how we help them obviously get results for their clients too. So this is the client foundations checklist. Now, this is what it looks like when it's not filled out. There's no data in here. But basically what happens is when you come to a client, right? Let me see, put blank out of 8 here. Okay, cool. So when you get a new client or you have a prospect, what you're going to do is the first thing you do is you're going to come here. You're going to ask them some questions, conversion rate, AOV, like the basic stats, but you don't know exactly what to do with them once you get there, right? You hear like, okay, you have a $45 AOV. That's pretty good. Your conversion rate's like 3.5%. That's also pretty good. All right, you should be in a good spot, but like you don't know 120 days of past revenue, right? What's their average monthly revenue, how much organic sales they're getting, right? What if it's all coming from ads, right? You don't want to take on a client that's 80%, 90% of their sales is from ads, so they could tell you, oh, we have a good AOV, we have a good conversion rate. Cool, you can take them on, you'll probably get pretty good results with ads, but if the product dies out, you're done, right? I mean, like your results are just gonna go, in the trash can basically. And you don't know about the engagement, the social media. Like, do they have any foundations there? How often do they post per week? Are they consistent? Are they gonna be able to help you? Are you gonna be able to get creatives for your ads, right? Or will they die out that way? And so there's a lot of questions that you need to answer, and you need to make sure, like, okay, we're definitely sure that this is something that we're willing to take on. And so this is how you assess a client before you even start working with them. And it also helps you figure out, what your results are going to be. So here's the example sheet. Now, this is an actual client of mine that I continue to work with to this day. This client is 8 out of 8, 100% healthy, and we'll get into that in a second. But we get great results for this client just because we did this before we took them on. They're in a clothing brand niche. They do streetwear, super cool. And the brand owner is really awesome guy as well, based out of Georgia. And these are the actual stats of them. I'm not going to tell you who they are, like what their business is, but this is, the actual stats from a real actual client of mine. So definitely cool there. So what you do is you go to Shopify, or, if you're on another platform, that one, but go to Shopify, 515,975. So the last 120 days, you just select that and you just put it in there. Right. So if we just type in 975, this is gonna auto calculate the monthly revenue, right? So if I put like, if I put like 200,000 in here, so yeah, auto calculates. So that's basically what that is. And it's organic sales are actually up near 75%. Really, really high, insane presence on social media. The product is really killing it. The content is amazing. So 75% organic sales, and obviously we're scaling them as we speak, because the amount of organic sales they have, it's definitely time. But like I said, you put in the organic sales, so 75%, right? 22,500 followers on Instagram. They don't really use Facebook, so 1,250 followers there, 35,000 on TikTok, which is really awesome. This auto calculates the average followers. You'll see here, and the engagement on all of their posts overall. I just checked 9 posts from each platform, 4.12%. So that's what that number is there. And then they post 5 times per week on each account.
So 7 times on TikTok, 7 times on Instagram, sometimes more, and then like 3 or 4 on Facebook. So it kind of averages out to around 5. I think those are the actual numbers, but it averaged out to 5, so that's what I put there. Conversion rate is 2.85%, AOV 5546, really awesome. Now this is the amount of returns that they got in the last 120 days. So like you'll see this auto calculates the percentage that are returned. So if I paste that number back in, 2.438% for returns. So now what happens is I just put all of that data in there, super simple, super easy to do. And this is going to tell me, whether my client is healthy in each of those boxes. This is auto calculates this stuff. You see like these calculations here. So the revenue, right? The average monthly revenue, they're good. They have a solid amount of sales coming in each month. And so they're in a good spot that has kind of shown us that they can sell. Okay. Because obviously what we do is we step in, we scale. We don't step in and continue to keep them at the same level that they're at, or add like 10 grand. That's not enough to justify, your retainers and keeping you as an agency in a business. And our customers understand that. If you jump into a business, it's your job to take them to the next level. If you can't take them to the next level, it doesn't matter, what kind of results you get. If they're not moving forward, they're not going to keep you. So they need to be able to prove to us that they have the ability to sell. And so that's why we put this revenue number in here. And it says true, which means that they have enough monthly sales to show us that they can sell, they can handle a lot of orders. They know what to do, they know how to fulfill and all that stuff. So we're good. Organic percentage. It's hard to work with brands that are like 80% or above off paid ads. 50% cool, like that's fine. 60% even is fine. But once you start to play in like the 70 to 100% range, that's where it does start to become a little bit dangerous. And so we tend to say 35% organic sales or more is obviously, you're good. So this person obviously has 75% organic sales. So they're way, way, way above the range. So they're obviously very good here. So true. Follower count, make sure that they do have at least 10,000 followers average on all their platforms. That way we can step in with the consulting and say like, okay, try this, try that with your social media. They have a presence there. They know, they're not going to waste their time there because they don't see the results. At least there's 10,000 followers on average. So they're good there. Engagement is above 2.5%. If it's below 2.5%, this number here, then this would say false. Like if we went in and said, engagement was 1.8%. This is going to say false. So this will be a red flag there to obviously, need to help them with their content and start to figure out, okay, what do we think can be changed to make this a little bit better, a little bit more effective, right? So that's definitely something. Posting, are they posting at least 4 times per week? Obviously every day on social media is the best way to do it for brands, but 4 or 5 times per week also won't hurt. Conversion rate, it's pretty simple. Is their conversion rate over 2.5%? AOV is it over $28.50? We can even change that to 25. But obviously, higher the AOV, obviously the better that it's going to be for you as a marketer. It's going to be a lot easier for you to also get results just because you can spend more money. Your CPA is much higher and there too. And then the returns, are the returns less than 5%? If they are, then you're good and you're good. So this client actually managed to check the boxes for every single one of these categories, all 8 of these. So the overall health, we would say this client is 8 out of 8. So 100% healthy. If they're, excuse me, if their like organic sales was low, the organic sales here, let me just change this real quick. Right, if the organic sales were very low and the conversion rate was very low, then they would be, and there was false here, then the client would be 6 out of 8. So if there are 6 true and 2 false, clients is 6 out of 8, so 75% healthy. So what we need to do there is when you do your consulting with your clients, or when you're just talking to them at the end of the month, say, hey, we noticed these 2 things are very low. Typically we like to see them at 2.5% conversion rate, and we like to see 35% or higher of organic sales, right? Because these are the numbers here that you're trying to aim for. And you'll be able to say, we'll look for this number and that number. Let's try to figure out what we can do to help get to that point, because that's going to help us obviously get better results, and it's going to help take you to the next level. It's kind of inhibiting our progress of taking you to the next level. So we need to sit down and figure this out before we can continue forward. And at that point, you become sort of a consultant for your clients, as well as just an ads guy or whatever that you do, or SEO person. If you can also provide this value to them in this data and kind of say, listen, you check the boxes in all these other categories, but this category and that category, it needs to be higher. You know, there's an issue here and this is affecting your business. It's going to help a ton for your clients, and it's also going to help you avoid bad clients, because if you put the stuff in here and you have like 6 or 7 false, or like 4 or 5 false, or don't do ads for them, because you're going to get bad results. And what you would do is say, okay, we're going to help you with some consulting till we can help you figure out how to get these things to say true, how to get you to 6, 7, or 8 healthy. And then from that point on, you'll be able to continue with your clients and just absolutely kill it with them. So this is the Client Foundations Checklist. This is the actual module in our program, the CGS Method program. If you run an agency and you want to stop worrying about, running an unsuccessful business, losing your clients, losing your MRR, all the stuff you talk about and pride yourself on just going away like in the next couple months or next week, reach out to me and we'll help you get you into this program. This is something available for you. So, this is a video you'll be able to see on Facebook, but obviously, I'll have this linked in there so you guys can take a look at that. So obviously, everybody, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. 10 minutes, I know it's a bit long, but super valuable stuff. And like I said, this is part of the program. So if you want to join and you want to stop worrying about running an unsuccessful or failing business, reach out to me and we'll take care of you. So thanks, guys.